Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. So today we're going to discuss about bottom-up parsing. So we already completed top-down parsing. What are the different techniques of top-down parsing? What are the problems in the top-down parsing, and what are the different techniques in top-down parsing? So now we'll start with bottom-up parsing. So introduction to bottom-up parsing. So first we should know about top-down parsing. Later on we can understand what bottom-up parsing is all about. So what is top-down parsing? We'll start from root and we'll reach the leaf nodes, right? So the process is in the given grammar we'll start with our starting symbol, that is our root node, and we'll finally reach to our terminal symbols, that is our leaf nodes. So bottom-up parsing is exactly opposite to top-down parsing. So what do we do here? So we'll start with leaf nodes and we'll process step on step and we'll finally reach the root node. So that is what bottom up parsing is all about. Okay, so to understand this bottom up parsing, so let's take an example so that you can understand how bottom up parsing is done. Okay, so let's take a problem here so that we can better understand what bottom up parsing is. So S tends to TL semicolon. So where capital S is your starting symbol. So S is a non-terminal, TL is a non-terminal, where semicolon is a terminal. And T tends to int or float. Both int and float are terminal symbols. And L tends to L comma ID. So L is a non-terminal, comma is a terminal, ID is terminal, and or ID. ID is also a terminal. So what string we need to process here? So we need to process float ID comma ID comma ID semicolon. So what's the process of bottom up parsing? So bottom up parsing is nothing but we'll start with leaf node and finally we'll reach the root node. Okay, so we have given string, they have given string for us, and finally we should reach the root node, that is capital S. So capital S is our root node. Okay, so we'll reach there. So first we'll start with float. So step 1. Float. Okay. So what is the parent of float? As we know, float is a child or a leaf node, and the parent of float is capital T. Okay. So next is step 2. After float we have string ID. So step 2. So float is as it is and ID. Okay. So for ID, what production do we have? So L tends to L comma ID. So for ID we can write L. Okay. So next is comma. Okay. For comma, what production do we have? L tends to L. L tends to comma. So in the place of comma we can write non-terminal L. L. Okay, so no need to write again, we already have L here. And next is again ID. Okay, so the root of ID is L. Okay, so again comma. Okay, the root is L. Again ID. The root is L. Okay, so we left with semicolon, right? So I'm drawing here step 3. So T L. So this is float. So this is ID comma ID comma ID. Okay, so for semicolon we have root S. Okay, so I will write here, this is semicolon. So for all these 3, so I'm drawing like this. So for T, L and semicolon, so T, L and semicolon, the root is capital S. So end of the day we reached our root node, that is capital S. So this is all about bottom up parsing. So we'll start with the leaf node and finally we'll reach the root node. So this is the best example of bottom up parsing. Okay, so later on I will talk about handles. So what is handle pruning? Okay, so next we will talk about the techniques of bottom up parsing. So I will end with this with the introduction of bottom up parsing. Okay, so in the next class we will discuss about handle pruning. So the students who are watching my channel for the first time, I request everyone to please subscribe my channel and please share my videos to your friends who are studying in different other colleges, and please share these videos in your WhatsApp groups, and please support me in all possible ways. Thank you very much.